If you enjoy the clip you're about to watch, be sure to check out the Leven podcast on all streaming platforms. Once again, that is the Leven podcast. Enjoy the clip. Is colluding, teaming. It's been a bit controversial, obviously, when we've had problems in the past of colluding and teaming. The famous example being Ronaldo and Ziff, and there's some stuff happened with Face, Sway, etc. People feel as if pickaxing, people pickaxe. They see people that they signal, hey, let's not fight, let's not shoot each other. They pickaxe and they go about their day. They rotate, they do whatever. And I think the reason why it's come to light so much, right, is this season there's no rotation items, right? When it comes to that late game, there's nothing that you can really use to rotate. So people have kind of been, especially in solos, people have been using the pickaxe swing as a way to say, hey guys, we need to rotate. There's no way we can fight right now. Let's just go. Let's truce. Let's go. Do you think it is colluding? Like, I think that's the main question there. How do you feel about it? Do you think that is teaming?
No, I don't. There's a couple different reasons. There's some certain circumstances where I would be like, okay, yeah. Now, not only are you pickaxing, but you know that that's your friend's back bling.
Yeah. And
you are not shooting each other and rotating very closely and having a position that's very close, which is kind of, I think, what happened in a number of different teaming circumstances throughout not only Cash Cups, but World Cup as well. I don't think they were high profile, but like Asia and some OCE instances as well. Like that sort of would cross the line for me, right? Where there's extra information or there's something that's agreed upon. And I think that's the key, right? And two random people pickaxing at each other, there's no agreement there. There is a community agreed, like there's a community truce or agreement or, gentleman's rule that when you pickaxe at each other, you don't shoot at each other. Yeah. But because it's a community thing, it's fake.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a truce. It's not a treaty. It's not signed anywhere. So at the core of it, if you pickaxe, you're still taking a risk. Right? You're taking a risk. Not only are you getting closer to somebody on rotation, not only are you hoping he doesn't shoot back, but like he could break that. Yeah. And I think that's where it's not a big deal. And I was like, I think about it. I'm like, why would this be against the rules? Like it's a battle royale. You do whatever you need to do to win the game. And sure, okay, yes, it's a game, and at the end of the day there are rules. You can't team. So I get why it's murky, but to me, I don't think it is. And in a time right now where everybody's doing it, unless something changes drastically quickly, with like somebody Epic announcing, hey, this is not allowed, then fortunately the community's run away with it. So
yeah, I think you highlight the most important part, right? It's the fact that there's no prior agreement. It's not like it's a random person you see in the lobby. I think a part of it is like comes down to even like how smart you are with it, because I think I've seen situations where like it's like if you guys fight now, you both die. Like there's no chance to live. And oftentimes when people pickaxe, then it's like they actually stick to it. But I've seen people rotate in places where they try pickaxe just because they just don't want to fight, and it's like, well, actually, I've seen the player like kind of betray them, and it's like, hey, fair enough, right? I can afford to take this fight. Like it's not set. Just because you pickaxe someone doesn't mean pickaxe at someone. Sorry, doesn't mean we are not fighting. It just means we have this kind of, like you said, gentleman's agreement to kind of go across, like just leave each other alone. And you don't even have to stick to it. That's the greatest part about it, right? You don't have to stick to it. Like the funniest clips I've seen of where people just pickaxe, then they headshot snipe someone and go about their day. It's like I see where people are coming from, because obviously, like, let's say I'm playing devil's advocate here. I've seen people like War Legend Crash say, hey, the pickaxe swing in itself is the form of an agreement. You should, as both players, you should just, in the battle we're saying, you should just not shoot at each other. Like you should maybe, let's say you look at each other, right, and you're thinking, do we take this fight? Do we pickaxe? What do we do? You turn around, you just keep rotating about your day. I get people coming from that angle, but at the same time, it's like the pickaxe is harmless. And if anything, if you ban the pickaxe, right, if someone from Epic came out and said, "Hey guys, if you pickaxing each other, we're gonna assume that's you colluding," people are just gonna change it. People are just gonna start spamming crouch, doing something else, right? Like there will be other ways, right, to go about it. So
just peeking, just showing your body without having your gun out. And all of a sudden, that's signaling your attention that you don't want to shoot.
Exactly.
And the issue is that that's not going to be signaling right at the start because the community hasn't agreed upon a way to that's the biggest like murky point, right? Is that the community kind of has made pickaxing a real form of signaling. Like you don't have to do anything else. When you pickaxe, you are signaling your intention not to fight, right?
Yeah.
When you do anything in this game, you are signaling your intentions, but because it's not like so widespread, you might not necessarily be clearly signaling to a specific player. The example I used in my discussion with Kraz was like, sure, pickaxing is signaling, but yeah, like you said, anything can be signaling. They'll just move on to the next thing. But shooting at somebody is signaling to the lobby that I want to shoot this guy. And maybe in some cases too, it's signaling to the lobby that I want you all to shoot this guy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's